Compass FM on your Tuesday. I reckon that's Senior Constable Tony Moore's sort of music, actually, tapping away there, Tony. You love that, don't you?
Oh, I love that bass.
Yeah, it's a brilliant track too, actually. It's the Oak Ridge Boys, of course, Elvira. Tony, you seem to have pages and pages of stuff in front of you there. Has it been a busy week?
Yeah, it has. Unfortunately, I've had to summarise some of the occurrences because the volumes are up there, John, particularly the vehicles. A lot of vehicles are getting targeted throughout the Waimaku area, or throughout the district, really. So vehicles that are, left on the side of the road overnight are very vulnerable. So, just that reminder, remove your valuables and, if you can, just, don't leave anything in the vehicle. But, and also we're still getting reports of graffiti, which is disappointing. So, if anyone sees any of these kids doing graffiti around the place, please ring 111 at the time, keep an eye on them, and then we'll get there and deal with them. But yeah, it's pretty disappointing. But starting last week on the 16th, a Rangiora resident received a phone call from a male claiming to be from a Bitcoin company, stating that they owed the victim some money and needed them to download an app to repay it. So that app then gave the scammers access to the victim's bank, and some money was stolen. Tuesday the 16th to Wednesday the 17th, the Kaiapoi resident noticed funds had been transferred from their credit card via online transactions. And Wednesday the 17th, we had a burglary at a rural yard in Judson's Road in Woodend, where some copper and car parts were stolen. And Waikuku male was processed for driving with excess breath alcohol after they were stopped in Kaiapoi. Overnight Wednesday 17 and Thursday the 18th, the house under construction in Barnett Street in Ravenswood was broken into, and a heat pump was stolen. Thursday the 18th, a Rangiora victim received a call from a person claiming to want to refund some money. The scammers gained control of the victim's phone via an app that they downloaded and subsequently stole a large amount of money. A Christchurch male was then charged with driving whilst disqualified after being stopped in Amberley. The same day, a Woodend resident was scammed by a Facebook scam where a hacked account of one of their online friends said that if they paid $500 up front, Facebook would send them $100,000. So they believed that and lost some money in the process. Thursday the 18th to Friday the 19th, some more vehicles targeted, including a Toyota Marks, which was stolen from Fuller Street in Kaiapoi. Now, the victim's credit card, which was in the vehicle, was then used at multiple locations, and the vehicle was later recovered in Hornby after the occupants of that vehicle were involved in an assault in Christchurch. Friday the 19th, a search warrant was executed at an Oxford address, and dealing quantities of drugs as well as firearms and cash were located. So just a reminder, police are actively targeting people who push drugs in our communities, and we encourage anyone with any information about drug dealing to contact us through 105 or anonymously through Crime Stoppers. Friday the 19th to Saturday the 20th, an attempt was made to break into a shop in William Street in Kaiapoi. And Saturday the 20th, a suspicious fire was lit at 6:15am at a house in Marshman's Road up in Ashley, and the victim managed to escape, but the house was extensively damaged. Now, we wanted to speak to anyone who saw any suspicious vehicles in Marshman's Road between 4am and 7am on Saturday the 20th. So please call 105 and ask for Detective Sergeant Isherwood. Between Sunday the 21st and Monday the 22nd, a burglary occurred to a storage facility in Rangiora, and numerous sheds were broken into. And finally, yesterday, a Swananoa resident was scammed by a fake Waka Kotahi vehicle relicensing email. The email appears to be legitimate, but instead of the money going to Waka Kotahi, it's transferred overseas.
Boy, that's a common one at the moment, Tony.
Yeah, it's been around for a while, that one. Yeah. I was saying off here, I've just about been caught by it myself back in the early days.
It looks just like the real thing, yeah.
You've got to be so careful.
And there's so many scams in that summary there, and also you had to summarise all the vehicle tamperings, or where vehicles have been tampered with, entered. it just seems to be rife at the moment, Tony. And graffiti too.
Yes, yep. So no, we're very keen to try and get on top of both those little blips there. So
target hardening, is that what they call it?
Certainly is. Certainly with your vehicles, just removing anything of value and just if you see something, tell us. Tell us at the time.
But certainly highlights the number of scams doing the rounds at the moment, and that's very timely because you and the New Zealand Police have a series of scamming and fraud workshops coming up in the Huronui starting this Thursday in Amberley, Tony.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the. There's quite a few different speakers, and I'll be one of them. So it's organised by the Huronui District Council. So we thank them very much for organising this, and more than happy to be part of it. But yep, between 10 and 12 on Thursday at the Amberley St John's Hall. So we just encourage people to come along, and I'll be giving a talk about what sort of scams to keep an eye out for, and we'll have some of those little black books to hand out.
Yeah, good stuff. And then, of course, you'll be in Hanma Springs, Cheviot and Waikati as well over the next sort of month or so. But the first one is this Thursday in Amberley. Get along to that, and that starts at 10 o'clock at the Amberley St John Hall. Senior Constable Tony Moore, who pops in every Tuesday.
Compass FM.